Each day, thousands of articles are published about financial markets, and our newest product, called Newsflow, is going to improve the way that you follow all of this breaking news and also sort it to meet your needs. So, we're on TradingView.com. We can hover our mouse over products here, move our mouse down, and click Newsflow. Now, with a single click, we end up on our Newsflow homepage where we are quite literally watching all of the news in markets break right now in front of us. We can see this article came across, there's an update right there 1 minute ago. So this is a live feed of news articles that are coming across our desk, and you can access this as well. Keep this open on another monitor or somewhere else on your desktop and watch the news come through in real time. We can see the time 1 minute ago. We are recording this video from New York City, so naturally it's set to our Eastern time zone. We can see the headline of the article and the provider. We've got Market Watch. You can see Reuters here, Dow Jones Newswires. These are some high quality news sources that are coming through and available to you the second you go to products and click Newsflow. Now, it gets better than that because there are some super advanced capabilities that we want to show you about this tool so that you can maximize its capabilities and how you use it to research and follow markets. Now, we're going to show you 3 quick things. Now, first of all, you can see here we can use our mouse wheel to just go back on the Newsflow to see when articles were being published and how many articles have been published in just the last hour. So we can follow the time and the headlines just by using our mouse wheel like that. If you don't have a mouse wheel, go ahead and just drag it down. See this? You can drag the slider down. Now, the next aspect is once you see an article that you want to read, for example, we were scrolling down here. This one says Wall Street gains slightly with weakness in banks and energy weighing. So maybe we want to read about this article to see exactly what happened today on Wall Street. We click and this article appears on the right. We can also hover our mouse over this line here and drag it to make that article larger or smaller depending on our screen size. What's really great about this is that once you have your article fit to your screen, you can see all of the relevant symbols. For example, it says Goldman Sachs. We can go chart it right now. So we can read the article, then chart it. JP Morgan, read the article, then chart it. We just click See on Supercharts. You can scroll down and read this article as you would any other article on the web to get fully caught up and learn what's going on. You've got some relevant tags here. You've got some important data here about where the article's coming from. And of course, if you wish, you can even share this article. Copy the link to Twitter, to Facebook. The choice is yours. Now that you understand the basics of the new Newsflow tool, we want to show you the most powerful capability, which is the ability to specifically sort news to fit your exact needs. So all of these drop downs up here are high quality filters to narrow down the news that comes across your desk. Now, when you have no filter selected, like we have at this moment, we are watching a global news source come through and be shown to us in real time. But let's say we want to narrow this down to only focus on specific symbols. Well, the first thing you're going to notice is this watch list drop down at the top. We click this drop down on this example video, which we're making for education and product tutorial purposes. We've got 2 example portfolios, key indexes and portfolio picks. Let's click key indexes. This is a watch list that we've made specifically about indexes. So if you don't know how to build a watch list, get started by clicking this top right icon where it says watch list details and news, and you could add symbols to your watch list here. You can make multiple watch lists, add sections, and do a whole lot more as well. And to do that, click this plus icon and then type in the symbol that you want to add to the watch list, and you are off to the races. So we could add gold futures just by clicking that plus and check it out. There's gold futures. Okay, let's get back to the news flow and specifically the capabilities to create highly custom news flows that are exact to your needs. So we click the drop down on watch list, we click key indexes, and this is where this tool is very powerful. We've just created a news flow that is specifically only showing us the articles and breaking news that is related to all of the symbols on our key indexes watch list. So if you have a highly custom watch list like we have here, which is supposed to be a place for key indexes, and you only want to watch news for your watch list. And that makes sense because you follow specific symbols. Why not just watch news for those symbols? Well, this is the first step to getting started. So now we are only getting news whenever the symbols on our watch list key indexes are mentioned. And here are the symbols: VIX, S&P 500, Dow Jones, and more. So this is going to be a helpful resource for those of you who follow watch lists in a very close manner, because now you can create this custom news flow and open it up on a different window or somewhere on your current desktop. Now, we've shown you that, so let us reset this and work our way down this filter list, because it's quite important that you get a full grasp of this news flow capability. So this here says symbol. Well, keep in mind that you can utilize the watch list, but if you wish, you can quite literally instantaneously look at news for specific symbols. So we just did that, as you'll observe. It says symbol here. Click the drop down. You can also click more symbols to type in a specific symbol. But the key to getting started here is just selecting the symbol you want news for. Now you can imagine if you have several tabs open, you could create custom news flow feeds for various symbols. We could have Apple open here. In another tab, we could have BTC/USD. In another tab, we could have GameStop. The point is, you've got the freedom to create a great news flow exact to your research purposes. Once again, we're going to reset this because we want to just keep walking you down all of the capabilities. Next up is markets. Now listen, you might not be interested in stocks. Perhaps it's Forex that you're interested in. Well, you guessed it. Check the box for Forex. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you've just created a news flow specifically for Forex. So this is going to include news that mentions specific Forex pairs. You can narrow this down further by, say, adding a specific pair like USD JPY to this to then only look at USD JPY news. Or you could expand this. Maybe you want to see Forex and also futures and also bonds and also economic news. Now we have included these four markets, and check this out. We've got all of these news articles about these markets. In fact, you can see right here, US natural gas. We see the icon for natural gas. Well, it shows up beautifully because we've got futures selected, and natural gas is a futures market. It gets better, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to reset this because you've got corporate activity as well. Some of you may specifically like to follow press releases or insider trading. You guessed it, check the box of your choice, and the news flow will instantly adjust to show you that specific type of news. So this is press releases. So at this very moment, we are only looking at press releases for various companies. Maybe, though, we want to see insider trading. What are the insiders doing? What stocks are they selling? What stocks are they buying? Well, you guessed it, insider trading is checked, and we've got this list up here. Let us reset this again. Region is just what it sounds like. Do you want global news? News from the Americas, Europe, Asia, and so on? The choice is yours. We're just going to keep this global all news for now, but if we only wanted to look at Europe news, just like all the other drop downs, it happens with a check of the box. Now we are seeing all European news. The final drop down to show you is the provider capability. Now this is a great capability because you're going to want to know all of the news sources that are available to you. They're all right in front of you right here. Click Show More to get even more. This really does show you just how much news is available to you and just how much information you can get. But if there are certain news sources that you trust more than others, just check the various boxes and create your own custom news flow. Okay, now that we have shown you the news flow in detail, it's time to go one step deeper and really show you some advanced capabilities. So watch this. We're going to click Market. We're going to do Forex. Actually, let's do stocks for this example, and let's even do ETFs. So now we are essentially looking at stocks and ETFs. So the equity space is essentially in play. All of the news we see here are stocks and ETFs related. Now we've got entire world, but as we mentioned, we're recording this video from New York City. So let's go ahead and click USA. Now keep in mind, depending on the type of markets you select, you do get this additional pop-up here to sort your country. So if you're trading stocks from India or Germany, you can narrow the news down to those regions of the world, top 20 economies, entire world. It's really wonderful how advanced or even basic, you can be here. But we are in New York City listed USA. So we've got US stocks and US ETFs shown to us on this feed. But you know what? It's still a little too much because maybe we are a trader who specifically wants to see press releases because sometimes a press release can move markets. Or perhaps we also want insider trading as well. Perhaps we even want to see analyst recommendations because sometimes when an analyst releases a specific note about markets, well, you guessed it, that note can sometimes also move markets. So we've got these three corporate activity boxes checked as well. So actually, we're not even looking at traditional news at this point. We've created a custom workflow, a custom news flow to look specifically at US equities or ETFs that are based in the US and that check off either a press release, insider trading, or analyst recommendations. And if we wanted to narrow that down even more, once again, we could check Americas. And if we only wanted to see specific news sources related to this corporate activity, we could check the specific news source. But for this specific video, we're going to leave it as such. And now we can open up this window anywhere on our monitor, on our other screen. We can bookmark this, come back to it at any point. It is now a feature of our account to track the news exactly related to what we wanted to look at. Then, of course, as you go deeper, you can readjust this to better fit your needs. Now, one thing that just popped up to us is let's see what Wall Street is saying about all of the stocks today. This is a really important thing. What is the street saying about all of the latest earnings reports? You may have noticed we just unchecked press releases and insider trading. We're specifically focusing on analyst recommendations. And if we scroll down, we can really see some interesting events happening. Shopify price target maintained with an $80 per share target by JMP Securities. We can click JMP Securities. We can see Shopify. Shopify currently trades at $67 a share. Well, that's interesting. Maybe we want to look into that a little further, whether we feel confident about that specific analyst upgrade or not. Maybe it's a little too bullish. Click on Supercharts to go research it some more. And you can create a workflow just like this for you in your research process. And ladies and gentlemen, that is our newest product called Newsflow. Go test it out right now. We've got a link to this product in our description. We've also got some basic examples and walkthroughs in the description below. Be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube, write us comments, give us an upvote. You can also read more about these tools in our Help Center. Thanks so much for watching.